Frany, come on, move around.
Hey guys, I'm Nava and I'm here with Hadleigh. Say hi.
Hi.
And we are going to be talking about the talk of the camp. When's color war going to break? When do you think it's going to break?
Weeks.
Okay, she thinks it's going to break week 6. And I honestly thought it was going to break this week, but I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. I was thinking maybe last Friday it was going to break. And usually they have like Olive Theme maybe break it, but this year Olive Theme and Teen Traveler like won Teen Ink. And so I was thinking that maybe last week when we were on our trip to the paintball place, it was going to break. And actually, when we were pulling into the parking lot, we saw Jen standing there. And so we were like positive it was about to break, but it was just to deliver pizza. And like, honestly, pizza's better than Color War, so I'm not complaining.
I don't really know how to think about that. I think Color War is better.
Okay. Yeah, Color War was, I think for me, Color War was a lot of fun, but 2 years ago, I remember we were on trips for most of Color War. And so I think this year being at camp is going to be so much fun to do Color War.
I'm not even going to be here for Color War.
Well, no, we don't know for sure. It's week 6.
Probably not going to be week 7.
Yeah, I doubt it's going to be week 7 because that's too late till the end of the summer. I think that they might do it whatever week like the most campers are here because I feel like it's weird if I feel like a lot of people would be upset if they miss Color War. I'm actually really excited for Color War this year because they're like this year we have a really big group, and so I think it's gonna be fun to see how we get split up, and to see what challenges there are this year because 2 years ago was my first Color War and my only Color War, and I didn't go last year, to camp, and so I remember the fireman's relay, and that was so much fun. I think that was my favorite Color War part.
What do you think the Color War theme is going to be this year?
Okay, I really hope that it's something to do with Disney because I love Disney, and I think it would just make sense.
I think it's either going to be Disney or like superheroes because we've been doing a lot of superhero stuff.
The Avengers
lately
would make sense or something like
Yeah.
Marvel related. I don't know. I think there are a lot of cool options. I heard that one year they did like a Survivor theme like the show, and I think that would be really cool. And one year it would be cool if they did like the Amazing Race theme. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, but we could do like a bunch of scavenger hunts and stuff like that, and there could be challenges. I don't know. I think that would be super cool.
One year, my first year, it was actually like Star Wars theme, and they like had this whole Star Wars fight in the middle of the field. And then one year they like said there was a fire at camp, but then like the fire truck pulled in and like a bunch of people started running in, and it was Color War.
I feel like that could be such a safety hazard to be like, there's a fire, and have everyone like evacuate, and then be like, oh, psych, just kidding. And then like next time there's a fire, everyone's just gonna be like screaming Color War. They're gonna be like, oh no, actually it's fire this time. Last Color War we did an escape room. I think no, for us, I was in Olive Theme last Color War, and we pulled into the parking lot, and they told us that the bus broke down. And then Matt came in, and it was a Monopoly theme, so he was dressed up as like the Monopoly guy, like with the monocle. Or does he actually have a monocle? Like, I don't know for sure if he has a monocle. I swear he does. But he like came in like that, and he was like Color War. I didn't know what to expect or anything because it was my first year. We were all like freaking out, and then we went to an escape room as our first like Color War like surprise, I guess. And that was really fun. And I think my team won because we were just too cool.
We lost.
Oh, we did? Okay, never mind. Maybe we did lose. And then there was like a Princeton scavenger hunt, which was supposed to be this week, but instead we're going to like Philly and going biking, which I think is going to be such a fun trip.
I think this week could have been Color War for like the Princeton scavenger hunt, but I don't think it's going to be Color War anymore because they changed the trip.
I think it also might not be Color War because usually they call it on Monday, and right now we're recording this on Tuesday. So I don't know. I think it might be too late for them to call it. We'll see though, because we still have all day today. I think if they called it on Wednesday, that's too late to call it.
Yeah.
Even on Tuesday, I think it's a little late to call it because it's like the best to have like a whole week of Color War and like a bunch of different challenges.
But wasn't for like all of theme we had our trips on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah, maybe. I think 2 years ago. No, I think we went to the escape room on Monday though.
Oh.
I don't know for sure. Also, there are a lot of fun themes that it could also be. I think it would be cool to do like movie themed, and I don't remember remind me if I'm correct. Sorry, that was worded wrong. But it's like the blue Rams versus like the white Lions, right?
Yeah.
And like every year there are two different like teams like fighting against each other. Like don't they have like other names, or is it always just like the Blue Rams and the White Lions? Or...
I think it's always been the Blue Rams and the White Lions.
Yeah. I think that another theme that it could be is like imagine if it was like Disney like princesses versus like Disney villains. I feel like that would be like a cool one to do. I think I'd want to be on the villains team just because I think that would be really fun to like get to dress up as whatever villain. Right? There's like dress up. I'm remembering. I don't know.
Yeah. So what are you most excited for Color War?
I really hope they do like the fireman's relay this year. I don't know if they can because of like COVID. We all have to stay like 6 feet away. So I don't know if we could like pass balls down.
Years ago, me, Nava, and Lindsay wanted to do our special song, but then we weren't allowed to.
It's actually now our theme song. It's called the Navas, because you know I'm a little self-centered. Should we sing it for them? We are the Navas. We are here to stay. Abrams Monopoly. Shall we play every day?
Lindsay, join us.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We're the Navas. We are here to stay. Abrams Monopoly. Shall we play every day?
And there was a dance also, actually. And we were gonna do that for our skit because we were with two generals, Mike and Becky. Oh, my bestie. And we ended up just like dancing with dollars. They gave us like Monopoly money, and we're just like shooting it everywhere, just like throwing it. Which was like super fun to get to do the dance, but we should have been able to do our dance that we made up because it was just a really good dance. You should see it. What are you most excited for?
I think I'm excited for the fireman's relay because it's just like really fun, especially watching like your general just running around.
Yeah, they all look so stressed because they want to win. They need a win.
My favorite memory is when the general.
Oh my.
The general fell on the floor.
I don't even remember
that's
but
a great
it's
memory.
your favorite memory. Favorite memory unlocked.
You weren't there that year.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I think that they get so stressed out because they want their team to win. Every year they do a song also, and they like make up words, and it's so funny to hear like your counselor start singing, and like I don't think they're singers, and they're not built out to be singers, but they really are getting into it, and it's fun to do like the ruach or whatever.
And one year, like I got chosen to do like the scripted thing on the stage, and we did this one about like this kid getting bullied, and then we started.
There needs to be more context for that story, Hadleigh.
I don't remember the rest of it, but I remember us winning it.
Okay, Hadleigh remembers being a bully. That's it. Good memory. Thanks for sharing. But I really hope that I don't know if I want them to break it next week. What are the trips next week?
Fishing and Nerf gun.
Yeah, how are they going to incorporate fishing to Color War?
Who
like,
can win the
whoever
biggest
can
fish?
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. But, like, actually, I don't really like fishing, so I don't think I'm going to participate with fishing.
How do you think it's going to break?
Okay, I think that there are so many cool ways that they could break it. I feel like doing a fire is a bit extreme. Okay, we could pretend that someone, like, fell down the stairs and have everyone rush to, like, go check them out. But, okay, the thing is, even if you just, like, whisper to one of the counselors to run, you know that the kids are nosy, so they're going to come also. And they're going to be, like, and so then a bunch of kids could, like, run over or something. Or I think another cool way that they could do it would be like on the ninja track or something. They could just like have, I don't know, they could set off blue and white fireworks.
But that's sort of illegal.
No, but if they get like legal permission, I'm sure they could do it.
I guess. But what if they like had like people like pretending to break into the camp, and then Wendy like lets them in? And
they're like, open up, and Wendy's like, okay. They're like banging on the door, and Wendy's like, okay.
And then like everyone starts running in, and maybe they could rent like lions and rams.
Just like bring the big tank in, just like have them all run out.
Or maybe they could like do a dunk tank. And,
oh yeah.
And like make it like blue and white. So
Have
like
you
when you like get counselors like to fall into it, like blue and white will like the water will turn blue, and then another one will turn white.
Have you seen like those gender reveals where like you hit the baseball and like pink will come out or blue will come out? Wouldn't it be cool if we could hit one and blue and white will come out? Like that would be a cool way. But I don't know how we could do like a big. They could be like, oh my god, all the counselors are gonna play a baseball game together, and Matt's gonna hit that ball. Or what if he misses? That would be so like embarrassing. If then it just like hit the floor and then blue and white, yeah, so cool. But overall, I think that color war, I don't know. I really hope it's in 2 weeks. What are the trips? Week 7?
I don't know.
I think the little kids are going to have the most fun with color war. I think when it's your first year, it's just like the best experience because you don't know what to expect. And if you're listening to this and it's your first year, it's so much fun. It's like a lot of team building and stuff. But like, and it's fun because then you all of a sudden make like these like fake enemies that like that week that you get turned against your bestest of friends in this war when you're in a different room.
Oh my god.
But like, you just get turned against them and it turns into so competitive. But then like the next week you guys are like besties again because it's over, and it's just so fun and like a lot of brew off. That means spirit, I hope. Yeah.
And I remember one year. Well, I've won every single year except for the year Nava came.
Hey.
And I remember when we lost, my sister started crying.
I remember that.
And yeah.
What was your favorite color war break?
Mine was probably the fire.
Oh, the
one.
kabai.
Because it was like Wendy like said when like they were like doing cooking, there was like smoke, and then when I was looking to the camp building, I saw the chef like waving like paper in the air to try to like get a fire out, and then we heard
Maybe
sirens.
There actually was a fire, and they were just trying to mask it by calling color war.
And then we like saw fire trucks like sirens coming in, and then like a bunch of teen travel people and counselors all came running in, and they all started surrounding us.
I think it's so fun to be the ones to break the color war because one, you get to know before everyone else, and two, like you get to feel everyone else's excitement when they found out, and like you get to see all like the little kids like jumping up and down and being so excited. And I think it's probably fun to be a camper, like a smaller camper, and getting to experience the getting it called.
Yeah, also like the tug of war is like really fun. It's also like one of the first events that you do during color war, and it's fun just like watching people. I don't know.
The last day of color war is always the best. That Friday, because the whole day you just spend it like.
And then you get blue and white cookies also.
That's why it's the best. Cookies. I think I love food too much, but like there's so many fun aspects to this. Like the last day, especially they have judges come in. And I think it might be like the owners of the camp, which is awesome. And they come in and they rate our singing and our dancing. Woohoo, go self-esteem. And there's a lot of like spirit, and there's so much like tension in there, like good tension, like who's gonna win. And when they call it, there's like half of us are crying and the other half of us are like cheering, like so exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to see when Color War is, and I'm excited to like keep you guys updated about Color War.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hi, my name is Diya.
And my name is Jemma.
And we're going to talk to you about our favorite Disney movies.
So, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite Disney movie is probably Tangled because I love Rapunzel and I like her hair.
Probably, I guess, like a series of Disney movies is probably High School Musical. It's just really good.
Yeah, High School Musical has the best song, so that's probably
Definitely.
comes in a close second for me.
Yeah.
My favorite Disney songs are from High School Musical, and I also love in all the Disney movies where like the boy and the girl fall in love, and that always happens during a song.
It does.
Like
it does.
in Tangled when they're in the boat, that's my favorite scene. In Aladdin when they're on the magic carpet, that's also one of my favorite scenes.
Although during that time when like they start to fall in love, it's just always weird. Like, it's just like weird. I don't know.
I feel like it's so meant to be. All the Disney princesses have great princesses in them, and they're all great ships. So.
Okay, so do you have like a favorite song from Tangled?
Well, I don't think my favorite song is from Tangled because I like the High School Musical songs. So, not really from Tangled. What about you?
I mean, High School Musical, like all of the songs are just really good, but a popular one is definitely like We're All in This Together. But
Yeah, I think that's the most known one. And during like COVID, I think they did like a montage of a lot of Disney actors and actresses dancing to that song.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's a good song. High School Musical has really good songs.
Yeah.
My favorite princess or my favorite princess movie is again Tangled and Rapunzel, but I also really like Ariel and Belle. I think they're really pretty.
Yeah, they are. I've just like never had a favorite.
Never
I mean they're all good.
Yeah, they are all good.
They're all good stories. They're all good people. They're all good princesses. They're all good movies. There's nothing like. I mean, there's nothing like bad, and there's nothing like. I don't know that like stands out. It's just all good.
Yeah, like to me, when I think about Disney or Disney movies, I definitely think about princesses. That's like my first thought.
I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to. Like a big part of Disney is the princesses and like the movies. So when you think about Disney, probably one of the first things, if not the first one of the first things to come to mind is probably the princess movies.
Yeah, and I also like how all the princesses sort of have like little sidekicks. Like Ariel has Flounder.
Yeah. And doesn't
Rapunzel has Pascal.
And like Aladdin,
he has his monkey.
With what? And then like the tiger, right?
Oh yeah, Jasmine has the tiger.
Yeah, the tiger.
Snow White has like all her animals and the dwarfs.
And then Cinderella has like.
She has like mice, who
like
make her dress.
If I had pets as mice, I would be very questionable at myself.
Yeah, but the mice in Cinderella are so awesome. They seem so talented for mice.
They're very talented. They're very talented. They're very friendly for mice. And wait, do they talk?
Yeah, they do talk because they try to like get her out of the room that the stepmother traps her in. Yeah. So yeah, Disney princesses are definitely a big part of Disney.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite Disney character?
That's hard. I'm not sure. I mean, there's definitely bad characters like the Disney villains like Ursula, and in Toy Story there's Sammy, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think like you're talking about Disney villains. I really like how Disney's making backstories for all the villains, like Cruella and Maleficent. Like maybe like it's cool to know that they didn't start off evil and something triggered them, and also like we get to learn more about them and they're not just a bad person. Like everybody has a different point of view.
Well, yeah, but like like Cruella, like it's kind of like her own storyline, like her own storyline behind 101 Dalmatians. But I think in the commercial that like shows the movie, it's just kind of like she reveals herself, and I think that self turns out to be not a good person.
Yeah, but also like Cruella sort of like all the Disney villains, like in their backstories they have to like find who they are, like they're pretending to be somebody else that they're not, and then it's really cool to see their backstories.
Yeah.
So my favorite character from Disney, I love Sharpay. She's such a character, and she's so awesome.
And then her famous song, I think from High School Musical too. I don't remember like the name of it,
Fabulous.
But it's, Fabulous. She's just showing off her summer self.
It is such a good song. She's such I love her so much.
Oh, she's mean to her brother, and he's so nice to her.
That's true, but I love her sass.
It's like what did her brother ever do to her? Like, I feel like probably from High School Musical, probably one of my favorites would probably be Gabriella. She's like a very nice person, and I think like at the end of like High School Musical 3, I think like she gets a scholarship to something that she's been working hard for, and she has to choose between like Troy and that.
Yeah, and also Troy has to choose.
But she's just like a nice person in general, and she speaks up for what she thinks is right.
I also love Troy Bolton, but not in High School Musical 2. But other than that, I think he's pretty perfect.
Yeah, like in High School Musical 2, when Sharpay was being like mean to all her friends, Gabriella, she's like, I need this to stop. She went out to like the pool, or I think it was the pool. She took her voice and said what she thought was right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think both of us have a lot of favorite characters from High School
Yeah,
Musical.
definitely,
'Cause
definitely.
it's probably one of the best Disney movies ever.
Yeah.
All three of them. I'm so glad that they made sequels.
they're definitely good movies. If I were to rate Disney movies from like 1 to 10, High School Musical would probably be at the top. Most definitely would be at the top.
It's so good. I love it.
It is.
So yeah, that might not be like I feel like it's the most famous Disney movie for like teenagers and
Yeah.
people who are older.
Yeah.
Compared to people who are younger who watch princess movies more. But I also think that's so great because probably some of my favorite all-time movies are the Disney princess movies.
Yeah. They're so like all of the Disney princess movies. They all tell like a great story. Like I guess
yeah, there's always a lesson in all the movies too.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
Maybe I guess the lesson in Ariel is don't take someone's voice.
Yeah, the villains can also teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
Like there's like a lesson for the villains of what not to do, and also like a moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Disney. All their all of their movies have a moral to them.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to this segment.
We are taking an ad break right now, and then after that we will begin to talk about Disney parks.
Why should you come to Teen Inc. at the JCC? You get to have choices of your activities. You get to go on trips and have special teen activities, or you can be part of this podcast. Join us at Teen Inc. at JCC Abrams camps.
This is the accent ad for the pool. If you want some place to cool off, then this is the place for you.
In the pool, you can dive into the water. You can get diving toys, and you can swim around in 3 to 9 feet of water
with the noodles.
Yes, with noodles, with goggles. If you can take your goggles off, put them in the 9 feet of water, and then dive in.
The noodles.
And then swim.
And then if it's a hot day out, such as like 100 degrees, and you really need a place to cool off, go in the pool, dive in. You'll feel like it's 60 degrees out. It feels really good.
It feels nice.
Very.
This has been the ad break for the pool. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, we're back from that commercial break, and we're back with Nava and Hadleigh.
Hey.
So in this segment, we're going to talk about Disney parks and our favorite rides and favorite things to eat and more.
So, what are your guys' favorite things at each park?
At Magic Kingdom, I love I feel like that's like real Disney.
Yeah,
because
it feels so magical.
It is so
It does,
magical.
it does.
Like it has the princesses, it has like the princess rides, and it has like I just feel like that's like the main Disney point. It has Mickey and Minnie, it has Cinderella's castle.
The castle is just like so pretty.
The castle, like as soon as you walk in and you just like after I don't know like a minute and you see the castle, I just feel like
It sets you in that
like my
Disney.
mind like just changes. It's like this is Disney. Like
Yeah, the amount of family photos I have in front of that thing, I feel like it's just the most magical point of Disney, and like especially in the dark. Have you guys seen how it lights
I did.
up?
We went for Christmas actually like 2 years ago before COVID. It was beautiful.
So
And
pretty.
yeah, that
I've
place is
been-
definitely the biggest photo
I've been
attraction.
to Disney like twice. Not during Christmas, but it's like so magical. And like I've seen it on TV, like what Disney looks like in Christmas, and it just looks like so pretty, like with the lights and the trees and like the castle. It's just so pretty.
The most magical moment is when you're looking at the castle and the fireworks are in the background.
Yeah, I think
Disney's fireworks are just hit different.
They're
the
so
best.
pretty.
last time I went to Disney,
Stop nodding in
my dad, he was like, we can't stay for the whole show because he didn't want us to get backed up by the whole crowd. And my sister and I just looked at him when he told us that. We're like, the fireworks are the most magical part of like the whole day, and we can't watch the whole thing. And like we only watched it like we only I think we watched the whole show once because the park was like open for like 3 hours longer than that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Epcot?
yeah,
I have been at Epcot,
Yeah.
and I like that it's like a little bit of every part of the
Yeah.
world.
The
And like,
environment there is so great.
Yeah.
Okay, it smells good. I feel like
It
that's like a
does.
weird thing to make note of. It
It
smells amazing there.
it does.
also the Frozen ride in Epcot is probably one of my favorite rides
Yes.
in all of Disney
yeah,
because it's like so like good. I don't know. It's
I
kind of
love
like the
the
Little
Frozen
Mermaid
movies.
ride, but on water and in a boat.
Yeah, it's
But
like
they sort
it's
of
a
take you
mix
to
of-
through
it's a
the
small
story.
world and the Little
Yes.
Mermaid, except for like the without the creepy, it's a small world stuff.
Yeah, the Frozen ride is so much better than It's a Small World.
Yeah, and have you guys been on the you know how the Frozen ride there's like a big drop at the
Yeah.
end? That part's so fun. How is that
Yeah.
safe? Also,
Oh yeah, I went on with my brother like a couple weeks ago and my family, and there's like no seatbelts on that ride. And my brother's a leg dropped, and we went on it, and there's this huge drop, and we started crying.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
definitely not as big as the Splash Mountain drop.
have you guys been on
I
Splash
love
Mountain?
Splash
Yes.
Mountain.
My favorite
It's
ride.
like so fun.
I haven't
I-
gotten a chance to go.
So I'm not the biggest fan of roller coasters like at all. And the first time that I went on it, I wasn't expecting like that like 10-foot drop at the end. And as soon as I went down it, like I think I went down it and I was just screaming. And then the second time because like I was expecting it. So you know how like there's like a camera that takes a picture of you.
Yes.
I was so scared. Like I ducked into the boat, and when we looked back at the photo, my mom was like, "It looks like you're throwing up."
Oh.
That's what it did for me
And
my
my
first time.
and my sister was like making fun of me, and my mom was, and I was like, "Please stop."
Yeah, I
I was
can't
just
with
like-
the pictures at Disney. I never look good. I feel
They're
like I
just
need
so
to just pose the
unexpected.
whole time.
Exactly.
Just like smile and like have my thumbs up, be like, woo, having the best
Have
time.
you like seen the TikToks where they're like when you're on a roller coaster and you're having like the first time you see it in the camera, you smile and then you go back to being like
Yes.
Yeah.
like as
That's
scared
how
as
I
you
am at
possibly be.
Six Flags.
Yeah,
I
that's
just,
what I was
like,
gonna say.
I went on
Six
King
That
of
makes
Con and I
sense.
just smiled
Yeah,
the
they
whole
make
time. and I
those
was like,
cameras so
I was
visible,
proud of
so I
it.
could just like
I'm having
smile.
a great time on this scary roller coaster.
yeah. I personally, I like roller coasters. I don't like drops. I like
Same.
loops. Like, I don't like the way my stomach feels when I'm in a drop. And so, especially, it depends on the seatbelt. Like, I don't know if that's weird, but on, like, Space Mountain, I felt, like, really safe in it because of the way that the seatbelt is. Also, Space Mountain was my first roller coaster I've ever been on. So, that was a good starter roller coaster.
I feel like if you're someone who's like afraid of roller coasters or who had never been on one, it's definitely like scary, but it's like not scary at the same time. Like
It's
if you
worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Like in line, I was like crying the whole time. I was like, I'm scared to go on it, but I still want to go on it. And so I went on the ride, and my mom heard me screaming the whole time, and she felt so bad. She was like, my little like, she's just so scared. And there's this one part where there are like no lights for like a
Yes.
minute, and I got so scared. I was like, I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I came out, and the first thing I said to her was, "Can I go on it again?" And I think her mom was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't do roller coasters, so every time I end up sitting to like a random person, and like I'm just sitting right next to them. And one traumatizing experience I had at Disney was when I went on. I don't remember what ride it was, but it was like one with like a little drop. I want to say the Pirates of the Caribbean. It doesn't even have a drop, but my
It's like-
mom wouldn't.
It's like 6 inches. It's like half a foot.
Yeah, it's not even
it's-
bad. And my mom was like, yeah, I don't want to go on it. So she sent me with this like random woman, and she started hugging me in the middle. And she was like screaming the whole time. She was just grabbing me and like squeezing me to her. And I'm like 7 years old, and I'm like traumatized. I'm like, get her away from me. Like I was like, should I scream like stranger danger? Like I didn't know what to do in the moment because my mom like sent me with this woman, and I got off. And my mom's like talking to this woman, and she's like, yeah, your daughter was so great. And I'm like sitting there like traumatized by the experience, and now I only go on roller coasters by myself.
I remember when I went on that ride, and like right after we had gone on that drop, the ride like had gotten stuck, and they're like, and they're like, you might be here for a little while, and then like 10 seconds later we went. And I was like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Probably one of my biggest fears, like on big rides, is that we're gonna stop and be like stuck at the worst moment, and I'm so scared of that.
Have you heard of in Animal Kingdom? I don't know like the exact name of it, but it's like Everest something.
Oh, the
Oh, Mount
yeah,
Everest.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think it's
ride.
like a Mount
Yeah.
Everest tour.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a tour, but like
No, but I think it's called that or
yeah,
something.
it's known for like you get to like the top of like the ride or like the mountain, and I guess like there's like an animation screen, and it
Yeah, you
makes
go
it
down
like
backwards.
it makes it look like the track is broken, and you
Yeah,
go backwards.
It's so scary.
And as soon as I saw it, I'm afraid of roller coasters. There's no way that my mom, my sister, or my dad can make me go on that. So my sister ended up going on it twice, and I just sat there and I was like, I don't feel like I'm regretting anything. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm fine here. I'm
It's
not going
actually a
anywhere
really
near that.
fun ride. That ride, I went on it and wanted to go on it again. And I remember, like, when I got to the top, I saw just, like, hair ties that cover, like, the whole
Yeah.
place. Because I think everyone's hair comes out because it's so, like, fast and windy
Yeah.
up there.
I think what people do is like they actually like take rubber bands on, and they just drop them.
That's
Why?
what it sort of looked
I don't
like
know,
because
like,
there were so many.
Cause so when my dad and my sister went on, he told me that they saw a big pile and they just saw people like taking hair ties and just like throwing them down there or just like dropping them, and my sister wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's so
But-
strange, but that's kind of a cool tradition.
And what like scares me the most is like there's like a lot of food like near that ride, and literally every 10 seconds you just hear the people screaming at the top of their lungs.
That's true. Like, when
It
I was
just-
in
and it
line
just
for
makes
it,
it
I heard that.
scarier.
And it was very scary.
Yeah.
Okay, but the food is so good.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Actually,
so good.
that's one of our next questions. So, like, what's your favorite place to eat at each park? Or just what's your favorite place to eat in general?
The Dole Whip, the pineapple Dole Whip, amazing. And I'm a little bit allergic to pineapples. Not bad. You don't have to be concerned. But like my tongue just gets a little swollen. I'll be fine. But I'll still eat it because that's how good it is. So good.
Disney has like such like fancy food, or not fancy. It's just sort of like so related to the theme. Like
Yeah.
there's Mickey pretzels, Mickey like
Yeah.
ice cream pops.
The Mickey ice cream pops
yeah.
are so good for like a hot
Yeah.
day.
I feel like I haven't like when I've been to Disney, the only places that I've had like lunch is like the Bell Dine-In place.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that place.
I
The
love
first
this.
time, actually, I saw both Belle and the Beast, and I remember I was having mac and cheese with my mom, and she like just had my sister, so it was like, and she was a newborn baby, so it was like one of my first times alone with her, and I just had so much fun there.
And then
Yeah.
the other place that I've had was Cinderella's Castle. And I
Oh, yeah,
remember
yeah.
that we were sitting by a window and none of us were expecting it, but a firework went off and all my family just like looked and we were like, what? And then that first day, at the time, I was obsessed with Elena of Avalor, so I had a dress. And I don't know why, but it just happened to be really sparkly. So all day I was just leaving behind a glitter trail. And like
Yeah.
I would try to sit like as like not on a seat as I could because I did not want to leave glitter.
Yeah, and there's also the Bippity Boppity Boutique there,
Yeah.
where you
Oh,
can be
yes.
like princesses or princes, like little
Yeah.
kids can get dressed up. Like my cousin did it last time we went. She looked so pretty. She had like glitter in her hair. She was wearing a Sleeping Beauty dress.
Oh,
It was
that's
like
awesome.
she looked like an actual
Yeah.
princess.
It's
My
really
favorite
cool.
princess when I was younger was Pocahontas. For some reason, I was obsessed with her. And I remember getting like a Pocahontas or like an umbrella, and it was all the like princesses, and Pocahontas wasn't on there, and I cried. And I think I still have that umbrella, and I should put Pocahontas on it. I should get like
Should I
a
just get a
cardboard
sticker?
cutout. Yeah.
So
I
what's your
think-
favorite park at Disney?
That's hard.
Mine is definitely Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
No doubt
For
about
like
that.
atmosphere,
It's
Magic
just
Yeah.
so
Kingdom.
perfect. Yeah.
I think for food though, I'd have to go with Epcot because the food there is so good, especially all the restaurants. Are some
because
from,
you
like,
get it
different
from like all the you
countries.
can get like Mexican food, Italian food.
Yes.
I think for like don't get me wrong, like all the parks have just like you can get like the best experience at all the parks. I've been to every park except
Disney Springs.
except Disney Springs.
The
But I
Disney
feel like
Springs.
the one that I probably had like the best time at, and it just like gives off like Disney. The best is probably Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
It just has like a lot of like the princesses, and like the castle and like rides, and it's just really cool.
You know, like the Toy Story area.
Yeah,
Where's that?
I think it's in Hollywood Studios.
Oh yes, Hollywood Studios is also a lot of fun.
It is. It has all the shows. Like it has a Little Mermaid
Yeah.
show. Has
Oh,
a
yes.
Beauty and the Beast show.
I've only been to Hollywood Studios once, and I just wasn't feeling it. I just like it had like the shows that like you would see on TV, and I was like, this is just not for me.
I feel like the theme might be like the slightest bit random. Like
yeah.
it's like Tower of Terrors right next to the Toy Story ride, but
Yeah.
those don't really go together.
And
but
then-
like it's still the Toy Story area is the
And then
best.
I like randomly saw like people teaching other people how to like fight with like Star Wars, like a Star Wars
Yeah,
class.
because
and it was
Star
just,
Wars
like,
lands there, which I think
Yes.
is so
and
cool.
then something I probably think, in my opinion, like the coolest thing that I saw there was at night, instead of a fireworks show, they had like I don't even know what to call it.
A lightsaber show.
Not a lightsaber show, but it was like an animation. It was so cool.
Yeah, there's so many cool parks there.
There
Yeah.
it is. So a little bit about each park. Magic Kingdom's pretty much the princesses
Yeah.
and the princes and all
And-
like the Disney movies.
And then Animal
think it's-
Kingdom is probably
Sort of like
well,
Lion King and
well, like,
stuff,
the
like
name-
the safari.
yeah.
That's
They-
awesome.
And they definitely have more like
Avatar.
and they definitely have more like animal based like rides and like restaurants. I know that there's like a carnival place for kids. It's called like Dino Land or something.
Yeah.
And then at night they have like a cool like show. I can't remember. I think it has something to do with animals probably. And then Epcot is more like around,
Cultural.
yeah, it's definitely more.
It has like
culture
Frozen, since
around
that's
the
in
world.
Norway, I think. And
Frozen is in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I remember.
and Coco, that's in Mexico.
I remember
Yeah.
that one time when I was at Epcot, they were preparing for like the evening show, and
The
just,
light
like,
show in Epcot is so cool.
It's so
Sorry,
nice.
I recommend
and I
that
just
so much.
and there's just like a whole crowd of people. Just like looking over the bridge, like watching the boats that had like all the equipment for the show, just like walk by, and I was like, why are all those people like staring and just like seem like so fascinated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know like the time ride? There's one that has to do. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like.
Oh, is it like the guy who like starts with like the future one? Like
Yes.
it starts in the olden days and then it goes to like where they have a TV and like a whole family and stuff.
Yes.
Wait, is that at what's it called? Magic Kingdom?
I think so.
Yeah,
That-
I thought.
That I don't know why. I always think about that
That was a
ride.
fun
I
ride.
think
Actually,
It's not
pretty
even a
cool.
ride.
Yeah, it's
like
just you
a-
sit
a
there
show.
and it moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the one
It's
part
funny.
that I just remember is when Walt's wife was like, so there's this new invention where it used to take me like 8 hours to do laundry, and now it only takes me 5 hours, and everyone in the audience just like laughed because they're like, 5 hours, wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And then there's Hollywood Studios, which just shows you all the shows and
Yeah.
sort of like the film
There's
part of
the
Disney.
Tower of Terror, which I feel like is
Yeah.
a notable ride there.
I wonder
Yeah.
how that relates to Disney, but it's cool, I guess.
Yeah. It's
Uh-huh.
like a Disney hotel is like haunted or something.
Yeah.
There's like a myth or something.
Yeah, I think it's like a hotel, and then I think before like the ride starts, there's like a
the storyline.
like the storyline of how like people went into an elevator and they got struck by lightning, and then after that like you fall. If I went on that, I think I would be torturing myself.
Yeah, I feel like it would be fun to hear the story, but like
Yeah. No,
I
but
don't think it's worth like the giant like
No,
fall. I don't know. I would never go on. Like,
I would
any of
never
those
go
drop
on it. If
towers. I don't mind drops if I'm like safely buckled in,
yeah,
like
same.
with something over my shoulders, around my waist, like in between my legs. That's what I want. I don't want it to be like
Yeah.
a little seatbelt. Like rip off.
So thank you guys for
Thank you
listening
so
to
much
the
for watching.
podcast, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Sammy. I am an adventure and sports specialist here at camp. I mainly work at the rock wall, but I also do basketball, football, street hockey, and whatever else is asked of me.
So, Sammy, what do you think about the whale watch?
Well, that's a tough question, especially looking at the arm of the person sitting across from me over here. I think it's progressed a lot. We've gotten a lot better at it. Teams are certainly getting better at balancing on it. We now have a group that's balanced on it for over 20 minutes. And another group that got pretty close. They're at 15 minutes. So I think with the training, things are going really well.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting
Still
that.
scares the life out of me, though.
All right. How high would you be able to climb on an infinitely tall rock wall?
I mean, let's say halfway. What's half of infinity?
Half of infinity is
It's
half
still
of
infinity. It's still infinity.
Still
So
infinity, just half of it.
as high as I could go until my arms gave out. It's this kind of wall, pretty high.
What do you do when you're not working at camp?
When I'm not working at camp, I am studying for my classes that I'm currently taking for my upcoming senior year of college.
Ooh. Who's your favorite Disney character?
Favorite Disney character is Simba, hands down.
Why is that?
Just the story, you know, he gets outcast, has to make a big return, has to understand that what happened was not his fault, and really to overcome all of that and still come out on top is just beautiful.
That's very interesting. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Cameron, and I'm the arts and crafts specialist at camp.
Well, how's your experience at the JCC been so far?
My experience has been really awesome at the JCC. It's my first year working here, and everyone has been super friendly. And I've really enjoyed meeting all of the campers and getting to do really fun art projects with them. So it's been a really great experience.
What's your favorite arts and craft project to make?
One of my favorites that we've done this summer was the mosaic that we did at the Israeli Fair. We did it on a tree stump, and everyone at camp was involved in it. So it was really fun to kind of work together on a community project like that will be around camp for years to come. That was really exciting.
I agree. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're not working at camp?
When I'm not working at camp, I am almost definitely hanging out with my dog, whose name is Sailor, and she's my best friend in the whole world.
That's so sweet. Who's your favorite Disney character?
I would have to say my favorite Disney character is Cinderella.
Why is that?
That's the Disney character I grew up loving. For Halloween, I was Disney Cinderella, so she's just always been my favorite.
Well, thank you, Cameron.